part of doing these lives lately is just to kind of check the notifications in part, right? So there's that. So this was impromptu, didn't plan on doing this initially. I mentioned it this morning. If you're a channel member, you might have heard me. But we're going to see how many people join. It's like trial and error, right? And with full moon in Leo last night, we're going to touch on that this evening as well. We'll chit chat a little bit, but we'll see how many people will join us without any prompting, and we'll see what YouTube does as far as notifications go. So if you're here, do say hello. Adam was supposed to join us. I haven't heard back from him in a little while, so I'm not sure if he will be here this evening or not. Maybe, I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see what happens, right? If it is a Monday, nonetheless, the beginning of the week. The beginning of the week. So we'll see. We shall see, right? Okay. There you are. Fantastic. I was like, are you going to join me? I messaged you. It's all good. It's all good, though. I was kind of behind the 8 ball tonight, getting back to you sooner. I want to look at some things. Okay. Oh, wait. This is February. So, we're going to let... So the idea, I'm going to repeat this. I just said this, but I don't think anybody was on, or maybe you didn't catch it. I'm going to, hey Tess, how are you? I didn't necessarily, Sharita, hello, how are you? I didn't really let anybody know too much that I was doing this, unless you're a channel member. I mentioned I might do it. What else? But it was kind of impromptu. And the reason, part of it, hi Rainey, how are you, darling? Part of it is to kind of check and see what it is that YouTube is doing or not doing as far as notifications go. Oh, well, thank you so much for that. How do you do? Could Findom. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Found my next holiday, huh? Interesting. Alrighty. Cheryl, hello. How are you? So yeah, we're just kind of like testing the waters tonight with YouTube as far as notifications go, because I didn't really put that out there. Scorpio's video for the week didn't get out there today, and I say my apologies, but if I don't have the bandwidth and the time to sit down and do those, I'm busy. So it's been a manic Monday. We're going to talk a little bit about the full moon in Leo, some of the astrology going on this week, any messages that Spirit might have for us tonight, and then tomorrow, guys, I'll be back hopefully to a normal schedule, getting some things done. Hi, Nicole. How are you, darling? Guys, I'm going to do something real quick. It may pause it on my end, so don't go anywhere. It did pop up for you? Okay, good, Adam. So if it does kind of pause or put me on hold as live, just hang tight for a second, okay? Let's see, there's that. And all right, there we go. Hi, Marie. How are you tonight? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Got the notification too. Hi, Scorpio. What's normal for you? Nothing is ever fucking normal. Nothing ever. Yeah, guys, if you've noticed you're not getting notifications, I don't know what the land of YouTube is doing. I know I'm not the only one that's had some issues here lately. Some of you are getting them, some of you aren't getting them until hours after the fact. Some aren't getting them at all. Some are getting them, right? So we're just kind of Cheryl, I love it, laughing my butt off, just joking. New girl for real, right? For real. Sophia, hello. Ah, you're in the UK. Well, thank you, sweetheart, for being here. I appreciate you. Cheryl, I have given up. I remember I used to be super punctual, drove myself crazy, trying to get to this, trying to get the that, making sure that's done. Perfectionism to some level of insanity. And I just don't even care anymore. crazy, but I'm just like, here we are. It is it is what it is. Talk about sweet surrender. Like there it was. All right. Did everybody have a good weekend? Hi, Shatoya. How are you? Hi to Mia as well. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're not going to be on too long tonight, but I don't know. I'd hopefully like to do more of these in the future. We will see, right? We will see. But I hope you're all off to a good beginning of the week. Right. Life will get even more crazy. You'll get notifications from me at midnight when she finally puts Scorpio's reading out. Kids in bed. Hallelujah. Crystal, hi sweetheart. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Hope things are better. We're doing good. We had a really it's been good. I don't know how else to say it. It's just been good, and knock on wood, everything stays that way, right? So guys, we're in February. Happy February to you. Where the hell did January go? So good. Oh, good, Crystal. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Where did January go? But yeah, January was such a, I don't want to say a miserable month. Am I still snowed in? So I had ended up leaving the house this weekend because the other part of me couldn't come home. And so I made those tracks, and we did get out. We got out for, the algorithm. God, yeah, the algorithm's a pain in my ass, Cheryl. But we did get out, get away from some cabin fever. Today the sun shined. It still didn't go above freezing, but we got to see the sun. It's Scorpio, true, right? It does. It goes by quicker and quicker every time you turn around. And it melted enough that I could at least find the ends of my steps to my driveway. But then I heard that Florida, we have friends and family down there, and that it's like bone-chilling cold to them down there, like 20s, 30s, something like that, maybe. Is that what I heard? Something in that ballpark. But tomorrow it will be the first day in well over a week we're supposed to go above freezing. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for a thaw. So, if any of you are in those colder regions right now, burr, right? Just damn it, burr. Right. Here too, finally, right? I'm over it. But I heard somebody else mention earlier today that we're supposed to get more. Like, and, I'm not a fan of Punxsutawney Phil here. See, that's what I mean, right? Like, the world is shifting. I talked in the channel membership video about the tectonic plates and stuff. Like, it came up a while back. Tess, I don't know if you follow the damn groundhog from PA. Punxsutawney Phil. I hope every hunter in the world looks for his ass tomorrow morning. Yes, Marie, yes. Yes, I think it's fair to say that all of us in the Northern Hemisphere right now can really complain about this weather and how absolutely abnormal it truly is. Adam, you're good. It's all right. My other half would do the same. Funny. All right, so yeah, talking about that. So then on top of the cold, we have this crazy full moon in Leo. I would have loved to have been able to get outside and build a fire and sit by that and share that with you guys. Let's talk about the astrology a little bit. We'll get into the full moon, and then we will tap into 2226. 22. We got 4 2s in 2002, February 2nd, 2026. 4 2s. That's 8, 10. Her 8 and 6 is 14. So Temperance card. Prafula, is that how you say it? I hope I got that right. Hello, and thank you for being here. But we've got some interesting, all of February, guys, let me put that, all of February is going to be an interesting switch up in the energy. I think February is going to shake loose some more illusions since Neptune and Aries is doing its dance. We've got Saturn moving into Aries on Valentine's Day. Woohoo. We just have a lot of things that are happening, and you guys know that I don't get too deep into the astrology, but even as I've done the reads for February so far, I can't really shake the feeling that this month is the energy that comes with this. I don't want to call it, it's not catastrophic. It's not catonic. It's you won't forget the month of February this year. I don't know what else to say to you. You won't forget February 2026. It's going to be important, and I think for a lot of you, it's going to be a lot of breakthroughs. It's going to be a lot of your yes, right. We're going to talk about that, Cheryl. You're absolutely correct. It's definitely doing its thing starting tomorrow, but the energy is already there. But then we've got the eclipses, right? We've just got so much. And I made a couple quick notes because honestly, I was taking a moment of downtime before I jumped on here, and I could have wrote down a bunch of other things, but I always trust that intuitively spirit will guide me, and then if we need to get into other things, it'll come up in the reads, and I can guarantee you that spirit will show me whatever I need to see to what do you call it, verify, validate what came out intuitively. So that's that. But with that, Cheryl mentioned about Uranus. So Uranus retrograde ends tomorrow, February 3rd. It goes direct. Our lives are going to turn around and go direct with Gemini. Gemini, why am I saying Gemini? It doesn't move into Gemini. Why am I saying Gemini? It doesn't happen until April. It doesn't happen. It's in Taurus. Taurus, Uranus, yeah. Right? Yeah, Taurus and Uranus, and it's going to go back into Gemini in April, I believe. I think that's right. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Actually, here we go. You Cheryl, I try. I want to do some quick Googling here. What sign is Uranus in? Now, as I said to you, I wanted to... But it does. I was just having this conversation today about Uranus going into Gemini, and that's going to happen. I think it was April either 17th or 27th. Hi, Miriam. How are you, sweetheart? Cheryl, I got you. Don't you worry. We just roll with it around here, right? We know this. We just kind of roll with the punches, and it is what it is. So let's see. Yeah. Uranus direct in Taurus. Right. There we go. So we talk about Taurus. You know what? I have these cards, and I was thinking, I did get these out the other day, but they're also the ones that I use to, what's the word I'm looking for? Use for the monthlies whenever they come out, in that way. The change we seek in the world. Sorry, it sure does. Oh, God, are you serious? April 26th. Thank you, Phoenix. I knew I was somewhere in the right ballpark. I knew I was there somewhere. Oh, God. I can't remember names, dates. Here we go. I am so freaking sorry about your cat. Gosh, that's awful. But I'm so sorry. That's terrible. But Uranus. There we go. But I use these cards for the monthlies, and we're going to pull them out. For this, we're going to work with the energy because it's got all the planets and all the other stuff. But so expect moving forward after tomorrow, Gemini, Libra. Ooh, that's a doozy. That's a lot of air right there. For life to go pretty direct, pretty quickly. On Friday, right? Thursday. Thursday, the 5th. Mercury is going to square Uranus. So, extra sharp wit. I don't want to call it callous, but there's really not going to be any room for error. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what needs to be said is going to be said, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And do not be surprised if information comes then you're not expecting. On the 6th, so that takes us into Friday. Mercury and Pisces get together for some romance, which will be interesting. So again, maybe more unexpected news around that. Pisces is the dreamer, the romantic, the imaginative. Mercurial energy likes to communicate just that as well. Adam, I've seen God, I have to mention this. I seen a thing about it. I don't know if it's true. I didn't like fact check anything, but I seen something about the iguanas. Like when it gets to that point where it's that cold, they kind of like lay down on their back and kind of like hibernate, almost like a gator would, I guess. And they were showing like this whole row of, I don't say row, but this whole pow of iguanas, or what are they called? They're not called iguanas down there. I can't think of the name of them. Not newts either, but that they just kind of stop because they're trying to survive, right? They slow down to preserve energy, but they were all in like this pile, and I was like, oh God, those poor things. I don't know if it was real or not, but it made me kind of giggle, but then I felt bad. So there's that. There's my Scorpio sense of humor. Hi, Margit. How are you, sweetheart? Trina. Hey, happy belated birthday, right? There we are. Halloween babies. Marie, you're right. It will come to the surface. And I think there's going to be a lot of things. And that's going to be the crazy thing about February, is how much does come to the surface as a result of all these quick moving changes that are going to happen. I think that this year is just, I mean, we know it's right, that of the fire horse, but it's just, it is going to be quick. It is going to be fast. It is going to be moving. It's going to be probably a little friendly and yet a little furious in the same breath. And we're just going to have to, I could say, like, Spirit, I got the chills, brace for impact, brace for whatever, good or bad, or again, or indifferent that comes our way. And be prepared for just that, and let it be. Let it be that too, right? Don't try to control it. You know, guys, here's one thing, and you know, I haven't put a poll up, and I've been contemplating putting that poll up either collectively for all of YouTube or just the channel members, I'm not sure. But I've always said, like, collectively, like at a large, I never really picked up on world events. I don't know that I never picked up on them, but to announce them as I do here, right? Things that are very controversial that could, you know, make a lot of people really mad at me if they wanted to be, and so be it, I guess. But you, again, I was reading something tonight, and I energetically felt, oh, can we, Adam? I didn't know that. These Sharita, right? Yeah, they're all over the place. Polls on there. I like that, Adam. We will touch base on that probably tomorrow if that's okay. But I noticed tonight about, it's, you know, when we had the pandemic, right? We seen this big world split of, there was this and then there was that. You were doing the thing or you weren't doing the thing. I think you all know what I'm talking about. Then we started to watch the split between the masculine and the feminine energies. Excellent, Adam. Thank you. And then we've seen other divides happen politically, right? But now, with some of the things we've been waiting on for years, there's another divide that's happening in the middle of the divide that's happening in the north middle part of our country. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if not, you will see by Super Bowl Sunday. I'll put it that way, and we'll leave it at that. And when I read what I read, and I seen it, I was like, wow, this is going to be about the ratings. Hi, Marnie. I'm so glad you're here. But not about the ratings in the sense of the ratings for TV. It is the rating of where or what side people are choosing. And I know that sounds a little strange. Like I got the chills. And I don't like that I have those chills when that is confirmation to me that I'm right on cue, right, guys? You've been with me, you know that. Because I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that there is a right or a wrong. Oh, Callie, fantastic. Oh, yes, that reminds me. I got to mention that too while we're here tonight. Thank you for that. How do I put it? We're seeing another divide, and we're going to forever, in some capacity, see these divides. And it's important that you don't get caught up in it. You don't get swept up in it. Um, I have always said there is this side and that side, but what about that middle lane? Where is the compromise? And that's going to be real important, guys, as we watch things happen around us. And intuitively, what I was saying, and let me circle back around now that I had my squirrel moment, to do readings specifically on that, because I know that it's not something that everybody wants to hear. But I also can't ignore what Spirit acknowledges at a large scale. And I hope that makes sense. So I do think that if that is something that I decide to do, and if that is something that you all would want to see, not just what's going on in your daily lives, but we also do mention the collective, and if and when those things pop up, that they go probably on the channel membership side of things. Right, there is a gray, right? There is a gray area. And I'm going to say, like, for Scorpios as an example, Scorpio doesn't do good in gray area. But I think we might perfect it when it's said and done, because being in the black or white, there's a time and a place for it. The time and the place isn't always everything that happens, and we need to be flexible. And I would say to you, too, if you are a fixed sign, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, you're going to feel that the most. You're going to have to open up to, it's not black or white. There's more. And when, Spirit, thank you, when it's said and done, you're probably going to lead the helms of it is not black or white. You will teach other people that it is not black or white. You know, it's not this or that. And Cheryl, the truth is coming in so many different ways, in so many different areas, in things that we don't. There was a thing that Spirit brought through earlier, and I'm trying to think of exactly how it was worded. I didn't have the time, or I wasn't in a place, I should say, to make note. I didn't have the time at that moment to grab something either, because of what I was doing. Moon in Aquarius, just need to let go. Good morning, user IV1WN. Hello, Sanusin? I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. We need to come from the heart. Absolutely. We absolutely need to come from the heart. And we also need to understand both sides. We need to understand both sides of things. Like, what is it teaching us? That's real important. You know, I am going to go here right now. Are you ready? By the way, the solar eclipse happens on February 17th, and I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong out there if anybody knows, I think that the solar new year, oh my god, the zodiacal, when does the zodiacal new year, or not zodiacal, Jesus God, the Chinese new year begin? Is that the 17th also, I think? Jen, not a ton. We've been kind of chit-chatting, getting into a little bit of what Spirit's got, for us. But the 17th of February, Scorpio, if you're here, 17, there's your number. There's the beginning of our eclipse seasons for the year. So that's going to round out the stuff from the eclipses that we had, right, I think it was September. And then we're going to have the lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse, March 2nd and 3rd, depending on where you are in the world. And then August will go back into the solar eclipse again. I believe at that point we'll be in Leo, or Aquarius and Leo, and then August 27th will be the lunar eclipse partial. So big things ahead. Again, February is a huge month for this. But I'm gonna throw some food for thought. This isn't politically charged. This isn't anything but food for thought. Not long after the election, right? I love it, sunny day. Hello, Loretta. Hi, Jess. How are you, honey? I'm glad you're here. After the election, I got a communication from someone, and we were chatting, and they were just devastated by the results that we had last year, or year before last now. Hi, May, how are you? And we were talking, and they were anti red, I guess I could say. And that's okay. That's all right. Lots of, Tess, I've had a couple strange ones myself. But they were going on about it. And I said, I want to just, I'm not telling you to like or dislike anybody. I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm not taking you to that point. It doesn't matter to me what you believe in. But when you think about Trump, he was shot at, right? In the year, I'll never forget, I had my daughter at the drive-in movies, right? We were waiting for the movie to start. And, just like for me, 9/11 was huge. I was in high school when that happened. So that was my historic memory, right? So for her, we're at this drive-in and we hear President-elect, whatever it was, Trump got shot, whatever it was at the time. And we're like, what? And my daughter looked at me because, kids have access to everything like we do. And I'm like, well, let's just wait and see, right? And let's just take a minute and think about it. So that memory stays in my head, right? As a human being, as, a person that lives here in this country. And then for my daughter's memories as she grows. And so this person I'm speaking to is just losing her shit over the election. And okay, cool, I get it. You're not happy. Fair enough. Other people weren't happy for the last 4 years, so here we are, right? Can't make everybody happy. But I said, I want you to stop for just a second. The one thing that we do as a society these days is we demolish the fact that other people, even when they're evil, right, if that's what we want to call it, are human too. At one point in that man's life, he was the child, a baby, that his mother held and cherished. And that, we forget that he's a human being, no matter what he's done in this world, no matter what we agree or disagree with. And I'm going to say it's the same for the other side, should it have been that way, right? It doesn't matter. It's not just because it's him. That become a traumatic event in that person's life. Think about the traumatic experiences in your life that you've had. The death of a loved one, God forbid a domestic situation, something happened to your child, you happen to witness something that nobody should ever have to witness, loss of a job. I mean, think about all the things that have happened in your lifetime that have brought you to your knees or made you feel like the ground underneath you was falling apart. All of these people, and I'm not saying give special passes to anybody who does something wrong, because I call bullshit on that all day long. Accountability, 1,000,000,000%. But we're real fast to sit in judgment, which we're not supposed to do, right? Because one, on a spiritual side, it's none of our fucking business. It's nobody's business what anybody else does. We don't, it's irrelevant, right? Marie, precisely. Jess, exactly, right? It's like when we see it through a different lens, a different set of eyes, it doesn't look the same. And it's not that we're not giving anybody a free ride for anything they've done. We need to humanize people and the experience, even the worst of the worst. They have a role to play. We don't need to agree with it, because if we didn't have these situations, we would not learn. Somebody's going to be the bad guy. I mean, really, no matter what we're always, as humans, we're always going to look for somebody to blame. If it wasn't him, it would be somebody else. It's always going to be. And there are people in this world who do horrendous, heinous things that, to me, I would like to say are unforgivable, but if we don't forgive, it only hurts us. But it makes you question, like, how some people get past some of the things that have happened to them in this world. But the point is, regardless of our personal beliefs, what we'd like to see versus what we do see, we have to remember this man for the 4 years before did not, he laid his, I mean, I don't care what you say, he stood up in front of crowds, any of them really, it's not just him. And I mean, and clearly back in September, we've seen what happens in standing in front of a crowd, speaking your mind gets you, right? Let's be real. But when you, we have to just realize, guys, that we're all human. We all have the right to be humanized. Regardless of where we've come from, we don't have the right to sit and judge. There are things going on that we have no idea. None. And these people, even him, has been traumatized by that experience. You think about it like as a mother or a father or a son or a brother or a sister. If that was your loved one that got his ear boomed away, right? How the people in his world must have felt. What if that was you? We've got to learn to find humanity within ourselves, even for the worst of the worst, and go, or I don't say the word, what we perceive. I'm gonna rephrase what we perceive by whatever reason to be the worst of the worst. Is it really, some of it, is it really that bad? Some of it is that bad. I'm gonna be straight, like some of it is that bad. But if, as humans, our job is to look at people through a human lens, put ourselves in their shoes. That's what empaths do, and not live in fear. And again, it's easy for me to say, don't live in fear. I mean, have I lived in it? Sure have. Some days I still do. Again, human is the next one of you. But part of this path of the in-between, the gray, is not taking it as, well, he did this, good for him, they missed, right? God, I fucking hate those statements. It's awful, it's evil. And then the other ones that go, you know, oh my God, you know, like they want to protest and fight and argue. And I'm for protesting, but peacefully. There is a gray area. There's humanity in that gray area. There is love in that area. There is respect in that area that says, I don't have to agree with you, but it doesn't give me the right to tear you apart either, or to wish the worst upon you. And that's important, guys, whether this is big scale or even in our daily lives. I have somebody in my life, again, use myself as the example, I always do, right? No issue with that, who talk about dragging me through the freaking mud in all the ways you could think. I could play victim to that. I could hate. I could say, would I like to say horrible things sometimes? Yeah. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not human again, right? But I won't. I won't let myself go there, because I recognize there is a broken person inside of that has a lot of healing to do. And I've rubbed that wound the wrong way. And so be it. Other people have rubbed my wounds the wrong way. And so be it. It was mine to take care of. Some people will spend their entire life projecting. Other people will be like, I want to heal and get past this. I don't want this to dictate what my life looks like forever. It's a choice. It'll always be a choice. And I want you all to keep that in mind. It's important to remember boundaries with love, even for the things we don't agree with. And I genuinely do believe, by way of spirit and by way of just my intuitive senses and my heart, that this February is going to really start to make us have to look at things in a more compassionate way. And, you know, I'm going to be cutesy for a minute and go, well, there's Valentine's Day. Like, what perfect time for this? But Saturn and Aries on Valentine's Day, guys, You're starting a new karmic cycle. Saturn is all about karma. Where do you want to be on the side of that coin? Have we not learned enough hard lessons in this life? Is it not time for us to raise our vibrational energy and be leaders to assist others? The days of the high glory billionaire, driving the yachts, keeping up with the Joneses, fancy bullshit is done. And we're going to see that collapse. I give it 10 years max. We will see all those systems just start to fall apart. And when I tell you that as of the Super Bowl, and what I read today says to me, there is a sickening divide. But when I say sickening, I mean it in a sense of those that have covered up the dirt that has shit rolls downhill, right? Like it's a given. The stuff that has started up here with the elite is trickling down. And when those elite people who have allowed name, money, power to be the thing that kept them all, they all had that in common, right? There was a common denominator. But when it all starts to erode, the snakes always turn on themselves. And they are. And they will. And you're not going to see it just where we politically think. It's going to be a lot bigger than that. And they enjoy using entertainment on any platform as a way to divide. I want you to keep that in mind. There is a spirit, thank you. There is a time and a place for everything. Not everything is in its time right now, and not everything is in its place. Plain and simple. I really, Spirit is hammering, keep that in mind, okay? I'm going to look at these comments. I'm going to clarify this Uranus card. We're going to jump into that full moon in Leo quickly, and we'll go from there. Adam, is the bumper humper the one that you deleted the remark? I don't know who that was, but okay then. Jess, isn't it crazy when you realize the level of, like, where you have, I don't say where you want to rank yourself, but where you put yourself in the middle of it all and go, holy shit, like, if so-and-so would have gone through this, if so-and-so would have done that, like, it just never would have happened, right? It's wild. Be proud of yourself. Tess, you too. Absolutely, Adam. Oh, K-Razor. Gosh, I didn't see that. Civil discourse is healthy. Jen, no notification. Good to know. Thank you for that feedback, but I'm so glad you made it here. Marie, absolutely. Hi, Mark. How are you tonight? Tess, exactly. Jess. It sure does. Welding school, fantastic. Congrats to you. Go get him, girl. Go do that. That's a good job. That's a good blue-collar job to have, darling. I hope you do fantastic. I'm sure you will. Kudos to you. All right, let's clarify this Uranus card. All right, Uranus. All right, Spirit. So we've got Uranus going direct. What does this look like? Well, we're just going to go with February. Again, just it's almost like, imagine, I don't know, we got all this damn snow here, right? Imagine Olaf on skis. Like Olaf on skis. That's what we've got going on. I think he did wear skis in Frozen, didn't he? At one point, right? Olaf on skis. Because that's what's happening here. Seven of Swords and High Priestess. Oh, my Lanta. Talk about a lot of secrecy. What a lot of secrecy. Okay, so... Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Somebody out there, if not, God bless America, there's a couple of you out there, right? Enjoy the peace while it lasts, Jen. I heard we're supposed to get more snow. Ooh, what is... Listen, Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. Talk about not... It's like watching the two ding-dongs from Home Alone, and God rest... It's like Catherine O'Hara's soul. My kid was so upset about that. Oh my God. I know you're... Sidebar. I know you're out there, honey. But, it's like watching those two ding-dongs get hit with paint cans. Whomever, whatever you're dealing with, if they've lied, misled, misrepresented something, there's some... Call it, what is it, a Hail Mary in football? Call it in the 11th hour. You've got Page of Swords, Three of Cups. You've got, like, the winning... I don't even know what to call this. You've got something for the win. Wow. This is somebody who has tried so hard, guys, to get away with... Some of this is going to be in your jobs. Some of this for you is going to be in your relationships. This could be people you're trying to get away from. This could be family. This could be globally, right? It could be both. But man, there is no... Olaf on skis is not getting away. Plain and simple. Like, it whatever you've got is the eight. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. The ace in the hole. Six of Swords. You're going to get to move on. Whatever problem that you've not been able to see through, whatever you feel like you don't have a hope. This whole thing with Uranus in the month of February going direct, guys, is going to be like, hold on a minute here. Just hold up. Because in your very last moment of whatever tightness or I could say I don't want to go, you're going to be saved. You're not being saved. But the exact thing that you need comes in. So let's just say it's $100. It comes in. This is you having to work. Thank you, Spirit. You having to work with something or someone else from a space, or not from a space, but because somebody else has put you, Spirit is saying, in a tight spot. Something else, Magician, Gemini energy, look at that, Five of Wands. Something has put you in a tight spot, has tried to hold you in a tight spot. And every time it's like you found an escape route. They, jump in front of you again. You ever like, I don't know. It's like a labyrinth almost, but not. Trying to think of a good example. I mean, it's like throwing a blanket over your dog and watching them try to get out, and as soon as they're getting close, you like pull the blanket over further, so they got to go further, right? It's like it's always moving that marker, right? You can't escape. You can't get away. Yeah. Whatever this is, there's no escaping it. When we say here's fun. So February 5th, I said to you, it's like sharp-witted, unexpected news. You could be, being that you're here, you could be the one delivering that unexpected news. This is like, hey, by the way, guess what? Hey, let me tell you something. You are coming in, Queen of Swords. Talk about sharp wit. You've outsmarted something or somebody, and I'm going to, Spirit, thank you. When you dig deep, guys, when you dig deep into your level of spirituality is unlike any other, you come up with very creative solutions. They're not what I'm going to call human-minded solutions. This would be like, well, practically speaking, if we do this, then this will happen. This is, if I dig deep within myself and I go, what resonates with my higher self? What in the fuck is going to bring me peace, versus what this fool or this situation wants me to do. Then what? What does that bring me? A different resolution. I won't go there. I'm like pausing myself for a second because there was something that I had a conversation with Spirit about today, and that advice I would say at this point, until I have more tried, tested, and true results, don't take it right now. I'm playing fast and loose with some things just to see what happens. Experimental, we'll call it. Rebecca, hi. I'm glad you're here. Good, Jess. We gotta dig, right? Dig deep. All right. Anything else on this Uranus? That is a baboom, right? That is the tower moment. That is, you wanted it, you got it, right? Hello, Illusion. How are you? All right. What else? Strength card. Leo energy. Ace of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sag. Could be dealing with a Leo or an Aries or a Sag. Thank you. Sag or Leo specifically. Sag or Leo. What is that about, Spirit, with this Uranus energy? I just heard we will get along. Two of Pentacles. There's some ebbs and flows happening. The Hermit, the Wisdom, the energy, Virgo to the Sun. There's more Leo, the Ten of Cups. Hold on a second. When it comes to Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords. When whatever this other situation is, whenever you feel empowered by disconnecting from it, could potentially be this weekend, by the way. Doesn't have to be, though. I just want to make that clear. Something else shifts. Something else is a drastic shift for Spirit's calling it common emotion reasons. And I'm just giving you what they give me. Escaped an abusive narcissist. There should be an island just for those folks. Could you imagine them all being in the snake pit together? Adam, note made. And yes, sweetheart, someone didn't take me to get them done. That's awesome. Or you will do that for a while, but it won't be where you stay, sweetheart. Aww. I love that, Jen. Fantastic. Enjoy that. Sharita, feel you. We've had that talk, have we not, young lady? All right. This is going to move some things. I don't know if it's just said your hair. You know, my other half is out there floating around in the room nosing. Everybody tell him hi. Hi, Dennis. And tell him I need my hair and my nails done. Wink, wink. I'm going to torment him as much as he torments me. Yeah, exactly, right? All right, let's see. Why does this shift? Listen, this is just, it's been a long-term power imbalance, guys. Oh, Callie, I'm so glad you've joined the Spirit's Daily Notes. Welcome aboard. We'd love to have you every day. Well, Monday through Friday at least. All right, anything else on Uranus, please, Spirit? Anything else on Uranus? Literally, I mean, the Queen of Swords is trumping, the Seven of Cups, the Devil, the Ten of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Chariot. Like, I don't know if this person thought you were stupid and naive. Hey, Queenie, how are you? Hi, open your eyes. How you doing? You're perfectly on time, my dear. We're always right on time. Cheryl, thank you. This person thought you were naive. They thought that you would always kind of like surrender to an argument, surrender to the bait always, not even surrender. I mean, they just thought that you would lean back into this, and your independence has been challenged so many times. I'm doing well, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing great. I'm glad you're doing good too. Thank you for joining us tonight. This person and or situation has challenged your independence, and if nothing else, has likely pushed your heart capacity to closed for a lot of different reasons. And hi, Joan, how you doing? So glad you're here. Watch me every day. I'm so cool. Thank you. I am. I'm doing good. This person has pushed you past your limits in many occasions with this job, maybe too. I don't feel like this is career related so much as it is a person, so I just want to make that known to you as well. But do expect something about this is going to start to tip. It's likely it's already started to tip. You could feel just spirit irritated by certain scenarios. Pluto is not. This is the reinvention, and there's water. Especially if you're a water sign or a fixed sign, this reinvention of you on an emotional level that says, like, I've hid away. I got the chills so bad. And it could be, right? It could be your boss. For some of you, it may not be, but it's it's about not even, here's the thing, Queenie, and I could say this to all of you. Maybe it's not so much the job as it is the person at the job, right? Because again, it's about the person's personality and their issue with you. So keep that in mind. It's just what part of the environment are they messing up, right? But I don't know, just the whatever emotional cap you've had, whether again it's been compassion or love or relationships or just the joy of life itself. It's almost like you feel so good about certain things, or you want to feel so good about certain things. Here comes the train, if you can hear it. That's like a sore spot. It's like, why do we gotta go there? Like, I've seen all this good versus all this bullshit. I want to be in the good, not the bullshit. So if it causes me bullshit and I have to protect myself in this emotional space, then we're done here, right? Yeah, Joan, remember the kids game Don't Spill the Beans? And then Cooties, Ants in the Pants. Was it Hasbro? It's showing my age, way back in the 80s and 90s. Maybe that's the problem. Enough people don't spill the beans these days, right? Do tell more. Do say more. Do more. More, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that game, Jess. Look, we talk about all kind of crazy stuff in here. I love it. Makes me happy. All right, this full moon in Leo. Sun's in Aquarius. So here's the thing. Here's this week, I'm going to say to you this week, fine understanding of the fact is we say that Aquarius is in the sun, or the sun is in Aquarius. Leo is in the moon position. Not even, I could say this week, the next 2 weeks, I don't know, more potently over the 72 hours before and after. That it's a taste, guys, of what comes July 26th. Aquarius in the North Node, Leo in the South Node for the next 18 months. And if you have those placements, your world will not look the same in the next 18 months. And you will probably go through some hardships, and you will have to change who you are. You will become somebody that is more heartfelt. You will become somebody who is more in tune with their higher self. You will go through a spiritual awakening. It's guaranteed. There's not... Now, you know what, I'm not going to say that because it's something I'm going to address later, so we don't need no takers in that. Yeah, Adam. Yes, aside from that. That's right. We're likely to have a Leo on our hands here. Interesting, right? So our strong feelings of awareness, emotional awareness, that water, right, with Uranus doing its thing in the month of February and going direct. I've got some little things here I'm going to take a look at, and we'll talk about this. Leo is An illuminator. I'm going to call Leo an illuminator. Aquarius goes internal. So it's the external versus the internal at this point. I love it. Ex-husband is a Leo. those two signs. But guys, I mean, think if you are from, we'll say from 2020 on, if you were a Gemini Cancer, Scorpio Taurus, or Taurus Scorpio, Aries Libra the last 18 months. Now we're in Pisces Virgo. Then moving into Aquarius and Leo. The only ones left to go is Capricorn and Cancer. What did I say earlier? I said Cancer by accident. Sag, Gemini and Sag, my bad. Talk about the Great Awakening. Talk about the Great Shift. It's like shaking all the cobwebs out here. And then you think about the time frame of what is going on in those 18-month periods in the generational aspects that we are in. These are unprecedented times, guys, for awakening. So I agree. What do I think about Virgos? I love all signs. I think just as with every sign, we all have positive and negative traits. As a Scorpio myself, there's wonderful things about me. And there were not so wonderful things about me that I had to work on. And some days they rear its ugly head. Still, right? Still human. But Virgos, it depends. It really depends. I think they need to have a strong grip on themselves. It's weird being for somebody who's dealt with a Virgo that is unhealed. That's a lot of toxicity. The Virgos that are trying to heal and are healing, they've got a tough job to do. And I can see why not. I don't say not a lot of Virgos, that's not really fair, but I can see why some of them don't lean into that healing, because it seems to be very difficult for them. Yeah. Hector, doy. I agree. Aww. Jupiter, Virgo rising. So I gotta ask, Jupiter, Luna, with that Virgo rising, do you find yourself to be more open to people or more closed off to people? Scorpio. You know, I just don't see, I'll be honest with you, Scorpios and Virgos, I don't see where they match. I don't. And maybe I'm wrong. I mean, water and earth, typically, I'm usually favorable to water and earth being together, but I don't know if it's too close in the wheel, but I just don't see where they mesh, to be honest with you. That's just me. Oh yes, us Scorpio sun. So Scorpio sun, Virgo rising. So with your personality though, Jupiter, do you step out into, because remember that our rising sign is the way we're perceived by the world. Do you think you're perceived as a Virgo as far as being open and curious, or are you more shut down and quiet? A doy. That's a doozy. Chiron is in Virgo. Virgos they tend to be a bit more quiet, a bit more reserved about it, even when they are healing. You're open though. I like that. Good. I mean, Virgos can be. I've known some that are just, they're radiant. And then I've known some that they probably make straitjackets for. Not gonna lie. Not the best. Oh, Adam. Scorpios and Sages. I love that you two make it work. Water and fire, if they can get on the same wavelength, it's sold. Margit, I think we talked about that, didn't we? About how that time frame, because that's when Scorpio and Taurus were in the north and south node. Taurus at that point was in the north node, Scorpio was in the south, and that was a catalytic time frame for Scorpio and Taurus as a whole. A lot of crazy shit went down from that point forward. Scorpio and Scorpio be together? I would say so. But that takes a lot of, I mean, you think about your negative sides. Is that person going to show those back to you? I'm sure of it. So December and, well, if you got a December birthday, that's a Sag, not a Scorpio. Your Scorpio is going to be October, November. Your Sag will be November, December. Shatoya, no, it's not, is it? Jess, I know, right? It can be October, November. I think so, but I would tell you to look at the decans that they fall under. There's 3 decans in every sign. The beginning of, the middle of, and the last thereof. The first part, you're going to lean more into Scorpio Libra energy. To me, the middle decan, too, is going to be largely Scorpio energy. And then the third decan is going to start to lean into Sag traits. So it depends. It really does depend. So I think that there's obviously a personality difference there. Soul contract, right? You got to think about that too. It's not just the astrology, but our contracts as souls coming here. And where are we at on that timeline, right? So it's just something, there's a lot of things to consider. It's not just, well, this and this, but it can be an indicating factor as to the challenges you may face moving forward, as well as what becomes easy. Oh, Hector, you're so very welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. November 19th, born at 108, Cancer. Not Scorpio, but Pisces. Gotcha. I love it. Good deal. Good deal. So with this, I'm actually just going to pull cards on this Leo moon. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm wearing out, guys. I'm surprised I've lasted this long. I've had a really busy day. Is there anything else I want to know? Listen, here fix. I cannot. 2026. The simple fact, I could sum it up like this and put it in baby terms, right? The bare basic. The fact that Aquarius and Leo are fixed signs says everything there is to know. Scorpio, Taurus are fixed signs. I, again, implore anybody who is a fixed sign to go back to 22, 21, 22, 23. What was going on in your world? It was probably getting shaken up. Some of you may say in the worst way possible. Hindsight now might be like, yeah, it was shitty, but I'm so glad that happened because I'm happy where I am right now. Well, there you go, Jess, right? Rodrigo, feelings are temporary. They always heal. We have to trust in that. And if you're going through a hard time, do you reach out for help? There's plenty of help there for you, my dear. Right? Those years. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Guess what? Taurus and Scorpio. Leo and Aquarius is getting ready to make its move for the next 18 months. Do I think that it's going to be difficult for you? No, but it's going to shake your world. Especially if you're connected to them. Doy, I love it. Fantastic, Kurt. I hope you are doing, it sounds like I see your comments and stuff. I hope you're doing well. I love that for you. Hi, Scorpio Chiffon. How are you tonight, darling? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. All right, let's see. Let's grab some messages. I am Scorpio, your daughter's Taurus. Oh, fixed signs. 2 fixed signs in a household. That'll keep things interesting. Especially when you're younger and then one's older and you're trying to give direction. My cats. They were left to their own devices this weekend, and they're terrible little monsters. I love them, but they are monsters. You know what, Kurt? Taurus and Scorpio relationships, when they're good, damn, are they fantastic. Couldn't ask for anything better, I don't think, in that situation. However, have you had a fight yet? That becomes a whole other ball game. I always said Scorpio and Taurus, it's either, you know, heaven on earth or hell's fire. Like, there's no in between for those two. It's crazy. It's either perfect match made in heaven or it's just a knockdown drag out. Okay. 2 mules. Fantastic. That's the evolved. The evolved, the ones that know how to, you know, talk and work through it and not take shit personally. I love that for you. Fantastic. Good for you. Good for you. All right. This full moon, again, I could tell you, right, go back to Lionsgate portal, right, when Leo new moon happened. We're going back 6 months, whatever was going on 6 months ago, closing out. If you're not a channel member, I did mention some of that stuff in that video. A 45-pound Maine Coon. Oh, girl, do I feel you. Oh, I feel you. See, yeah. Maine Coon kitties. Maine Coon kitties. All right, let's see. Some of you might feel Spirit's saying restless. I'm not surprised, guys. Some of you said about nightmares earlier. I'm not surprised by that. Some of you could be I'm going to call it dreaming up peace. Okay, I don't know what that represents to you. Maybe you're like, there could be Spirit. There is maybe one area of your life, guys, where I don't feel like it's common day. It's not like right now, but it's something from the past where one situation you could be okay with making peace with, but then there's another that you know that will never, like, there will never ever legitimately be peace. It's just something, not even peace, the closure, like the why, and maybe even the peace. You're never going to have the closure that we often look for, just to go like, what the hell's the problem here, buddy? You're not going to get that. You're not going to get an answer to that. You're never going to truly know, other than the fact that, remember, they're working through a lens that you can't see through because you're not there anymore. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right, what else for this Leo full moon? Temperance. Did I mention temperance when we started off here? I think I started counting. Yeah, because I said about 2, 2, 2, 26. Right? And I somehow, I don't know where the hell I got 14, but I remember it must have been a slip on my end, but I said temperance. The world. Listen, literally everything. Everything that makes perfect sense, guys. The world card. Completion. It's the end of a cycle. You are not going to, whatever has kept you up, has racked your thoughts, the I have no fucks left to give button is like at max capacity. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius on this card. I mentioned the fact about Uranus going back to Gemini. Phoenix, thank you. April 26th, she said, I believe it was. The Lovers. There it is. Temperance. It's going to be about healing. When we go into Aries season, which is what, mid-March, is when it's going to begin. It's a fast track. It is a fast track to some insane healing work and closure that you've not seen coming. And I don't think right now you still may not see it, Spirit, because it's in the workings of how this changes the way that you live your life. Because I think you've been so wrapped, and I mean hardcore wrapped up in the way, as I say that to you, wrapped up the Ten of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Devil. Talk about restraint. Talk about something having its claws in you. Talk about you've been a part of this. And I'm going to tell you, as much as we can say that the Devil card is, you know, they've got these chains around their neck and they could pick them off at any time they want to. It's the same two people with the Lover's card, right? But down the road, that's where they got caught. They got caught in something, and it was trauma. It could have been, it's probably karmic people in your life, guys, that it's a fire that has burnt out. The new fire is building, right? That's just where we are. It's like, I'm done. I'm literally to the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups again. I am done bouncing back and forth between feeling what happiness feels like when it's 90% of my life, and then there's this 10% person, job, whatever, that comes in and is like, now wait a minute, we don't get you don't get away, right? You're not getting away. And it's like, we're not doing this here. We are just not doing this here. And that's it. Like, I'm not bouncing out of my happy place, my Ten of Cups, because you're a miserable fuck. Not doing it. I'm not reinventing this wheel with you. I'm not digging back into karma with you. This soul lesson is done. This February is a reckoning for somebody in your life. And this could be a job, but I'm going to tell you something. Page of Swords. It's like they think they've got news for you, but you've got news for them. It's like they've spent, and Hangman, again, there's that limbo. It literally landed on the Two of Pentacles. Talk about being in a space of being in limbo. And behind that, the Five of Wands. This is somebody you'll never make happy. This is somebody that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, it'll never be enough. Again, moving the goalpost every fucking time. This isn't a reflection. Thank you, Spirit. This is not a reflection of what you are capable of. Or someone telling you, you're not allowed to be this. You can't do that. You're no good for this. That you don't deserve that. Who the hell died and made them God? Who gave them the right to say? Who put them dead center in Metatron's cube is what I want to know. Nobody. You have fought too long and too hard, and you have waited. I want you to understand, and I remember having a similar conversation as I say this to you with someone today, one of my clients today. Do not think that there will not be some, let's go back into this. This Leo moon for you is a solidification that you're not doing this anymore. Now, excuse me. Baby says we're going to rehash dinner at 9 o'clock at night. Surprise. The practicality of how this works is still working out. Okay? What Spirit already has in store for us, the choices that we have energetically made, what we are aligning with, we can be in it, we can feel it, we can acknowledge it, but it doesn't mean that it's happened, that it's all the moving human parts happen overnight. It takes time. So right now, the taking time and all the human moving parts are happening. So the practicality, the Knight of Pentacles sideways says, we're not dead stop anymore, right? Because if it was in the reverse, we're not moving at all. But we're seeing more clearly, right? We're making some changes. We see a path. We're fine-tuning that path. We're a little defensive, but we know where we know where we want to go, right? We know where we want to go. and we're going. Now it's to take the practical steps because, maybe you've literally, the Three of Wands, Seven of Cups. We're figuring it out still, right? We're planning. We're figuring it out. Queen of Wands. Feeling our way through it, right? She's a mover. She's a doer. We're working our way through this. We're feeling our way through this. Because we know it's time to get away from this. It's time to kind of, I don't want to say one up something, but somewhere where you've been, the underdog, the chips have been down. Again, you've got the ace in the hole here, guys. Six of Pentacles. You're going to make some, ooh, Spirit. This is going to hit real hard for somebody. I think, wow, how do I put this? Four of Swords, the Lovers again, the Magician, Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords. Two things, as I say this. You're going to make somebody give back. That simply, in one term, means we're just talking straight reciprocity. If I'm doing, you're doing. For others of you, this is... what's the word here? For some of you, you could have had somebody in the past with that Six of Pentacles who took and took and took and took and took, and this could even be financially, where they have just held you back, held you down, and you're just like, something happens this time around that says, you're not holding me down, you're not holding me back. The Hierophant to the Ten of Swords. Here's a new structure. Your old way of this is the way we do is not. Three of Pentacles, cooperation, the Ace of Cups, and you look at this cat with the Four of Cups, he is anything but happy about that. He is brooding. In this month, plain and simple, you will see you are dealing with somebody who is absolutely miserable. There is a truth coming through. It is time that they pay the piper. It is time where there is a balancing happening for you all. I do think that this, I'm going to say, I don't think that this has been the biggest part of your existence, though, for a while. I think at some point this situation did eat you up heavily. There's an old tie to this devil. The energy says to me, we're almost done. You're not almost loose or at the end of it all. If this was new, you'd be in the heat of it all, right? This is not you being in the heat of it anymore. This is you going, eyes are wide open. It's a Katy Perry. Wide awake. I'm wide awake. You're wide awake. So that makes it look very different. And Leo is strength. You didn't realize how strong you were. It's courage. You didn't realize how courageous you were. And it's funny, guys, because, we go through all these crazy cycles and we see these similar things play out, but we don't realize through each cycle the level of determination, courage, strength, letting go, healing, moving on, fighting that battle that we've done or needed to do. Because every one of those are like, boy, is it really that deep? Hell yes, it runs that deep. But it only shows itself in due time. And that's what's happening this year. We're getting a better understanding of that. And that's important for you to know, too. It does. Tess, you will awaken time and again. There is more than one ego death. There's more than one loop around the sun, right? Like there is years and lessons and lessons and lessons and lessons. And yes, Doy, when you stop having crazy expectations and you find yourself in moments of just complete gratitude, it makes everything so much easier. It truly, truly does. So two things, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I'm done. The old girl here is pooped for the day. Tomorrow, well, maybe three things. So one, tomorrow I'm gonna get back on schedule. Scorpio, if you're here, your reading for the week will be out. I will extend that some just because I'm a day late, dollar short kind of thing with that. Number two, if you would decide, I think what I'm going to do in the future moving forward too, if we do these nights like this, and as just a special little thing that I will do for a 24-hour period, $10 one question reads via email. That's in the description box of this video. Thank you. Open your eyes. I appreciate that very much. So it's just like a little way. It's a discounted rate than I typically do. Yes, go to Discord, check things out there as well. And oh, Kurt, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here and adding insight to the group as well. I will. Hopefully, I'll just get up and pee a couple times a night. That's all. It's okay. But I share so many things with you guys. It's ridiculous. Like all the things here. Totally human. Right? Yes, the baby. He's good. So with that too, so yeah, if you have any quick one question kind of things, and I do have a couple of those to answer, which I will get to those tomorrow also, you're welcome to email those $10. The information on how to pay for that is in the description box. Just shoot me an email, let me know that you paid. I'll double check on that for you. And then lastly, channel memberships. I made those changes. We are all one tier now. So if you were in the lower tier, good night, Marie. Thank you for being here. There is just one tier now. It is the Spirits Daily Notes. Do join us there moving forward. All things will be there. Margit, have a wonderful night as well. Take care, sweetheart. That's where everything will be in the future. For the time being, I may do something bigger or crazier. Who knows with me, right? We never know. Yes, Cheryl. For those of you that don't know, I am with child here. We've got a baby on the way this summer. So, yeah, who knew, right? Like, that was not on my bingo card for 26, let me tell you. That was not, but here we are. Marnie, you're so very welcome, sweetheart. I will talk to you soon, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Scorpio Chiffon. I appreciate that very much. So yes, if you need to move up in the channel memberships, if not, channel membership is in the description box and the about section of the channel. Do check that out. Joan, if you got booted out of that, that's probably why they will refund you that for that month also. So if you got booted, it will refund you. Do go back and join in, because here's the thing, Joan, with that lower membership, you're not getting a lot of perks, and I just don't think it's fair. To me, you shouldn't have to pay for that at all, because you weren't getting shit, in my opinion. So this way, you're going to get a lot more, and it's going to make more sense for you. I want you guys to make out, totally. Oh, Jess, you're so welcome. Cheryl, thank you. Thanks, girl. Congrats. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for your love and support. And I don't know, y'all great. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You're amazing. Adam, thank you for your help and assistance tonight as well. Guys, I hope this kind of made up for not getting a reading for a Leo full moon out last night, but I wanted to touch some things for you. Scorpio will be back to business as usual. The rest of the signs for February, you'll be getting your reads. Bear with me this week. We're going to get as much out as possible, and sending you all so much love. Take care of yourself. Stay warm. Stay cool wherever you are in the world. And we will chat again very soon. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. You're amazing. Thank you, May. I appreciate that. Chiffon, thank you. Shatoya, many blessings to you and Maya, darling. Take care. Thank you all. Good night.